welcome. Thank you for joining me. Grayboardgamer here with the unboxing of my latest Kickstarter arrival, Dark Souls the board game by Steamforged Games Limited. Let me show you before we open this thing up. This is a big game. This is a really tall box and heavy. I think it came in right around 8 pounds. But that's just the box. Let's crack it open and see what's inside. Alright, let me get a grip on this thing. I took the plastic off the outside before starting to film because the glare was too much from the overhead light. Here we go. Oh, it might take a day. There we go. Well, I died. I've never played the video game. I'm sure that you die a lot in it, and that's probably a replica of the game screen. Well, this is a plastic tray with a lot of cards in it, and boxes inside the box. I imagine there's probably minis in here they wanted to protect. We'll get to each of these. Again, another box. Ooh, it's a pretty dense instruction book. Going to be doing a good deal of reading to learn the game, which is okay. And it looks like I have a mile of cardboard inside here. Let's see what we have here. Double-sided location tiles, if I remember right from the campaign on Kickstarter. Some pretty good detail on these too. Not bad at all. And they're thick too. Looks like we got a lot of location tiles. Let's try and angle them so the glare isn't too bad from my lights. They do look really nice. And I have another mile of cardboard underneath. Let's see, we got tokens. Oh, looks like some wheels to keep track. These must go into either the base of the miniatures, or maybe it's just these little wheels right here and they click together. I have not watched any gameplay videos online, so I don't know how those pieces work, and we're still going with location tiles. Lots and lots of them. Well, that probably means there's plenty of replayability. More tokens, a much larger, this is, definitely looks like a player board, character board. The Herald, then there's one in here for the Assassin. Oh, they're still attached. That's factory fresh. There we go. We have the Assassin. Here is the Knight. Then there's the warrior, and the warrior looks like it finishes off our pile of cardboard. I'm going to move the bottom of the box out of the way. Let's take a look at the art on it before we do so, though. That's really nice. It's always nice to have just additional art to look at after you open up the box. Okay, got that out of the way. Let me move. Oh, there you go. Give you an idea of how much cardboard was in there. Move this out of the way. Let's get into this pack of cards here. Nice little tray they came in. Let me just tip this over. There we go. Do it the easy way. Oh. 111. I guess that was my inspector. The tray's got different levels on it, so maybe the cards can sit in there nicely. Let's take a look at these. I'm gonna get the plastic off of all of these, and then we'll take a look at the cards before we delve into these boxes and minis here. That took a long time to get the plastic off of those. Those things were on there like vacuum tight. Note to manufacturers, please include those little pull tabs to open the plastic on the cards, because that was a struggle. I don't have any nails because I play guitar, so I didn't have anything, and putting a pair of scissors or a knife into the plastic was a little dicey for me. I didn't want to damage the cards. I'll get off my soapbox now. Let's take a look at these small decks with the linen finish. I'm guessing this is for them to understand that this was the English set. Lots of items, it looks like. The Great Magic Weapon. There it is. Found it. I do like the art on these already. And I like the simple design too. Just got the symbols, dark background, and there's the item. Night Slayer's Ring. I like the way that looks too. Okay, lots of item cards. Or weapons, or... I'm just naming things at random apparently at this point. Maybe some of the names of some of these items will be better understood by people that have played the video game also. Lots of variation too. I'm not seeing the same thing or the same pictures over and over again, and that is really nice, to not just have a sword picture the same over and over again and then just change the name and the stats on the card. So I like that they've included a lot of different art variation. Maybe these are different setup cards. This looks like it might correspond to some of those circles, some of those spaces on the player or the location boards. Maybe those are indicative of maybe spawn points or enemies that you're going to face in a particular area. More weapons, lots and lots of weapons. Even some fire bombs. Lots of different things. Wow. It's been a while since I've looked back at the Kickstarter page, so all of these variation in items and amount may have been mentioned in the campaign. I just don't remember at this time. And here's some of the bigger cards. And I imagine these are enemies. Oh, wait a minute. Sweeping strike. No, these sound like things that the players can do. Or maybe the enemies. Right now I'm just guessing completely. And then we have one more deck. Also designated English. Maybe these are the enemies. Yeah, this seems more like enemies. And again, these seem like moves or attacks. Lightning bolt, evasive sweep. That looks oddly like a D-pad on a controller. I'm sure that was not accidental design. Alright, so we've taken a look at all the cards. Or briefly taken a look at the cards. I'm going to move this stuff to the side so we can make room for these boxes. I also wanted to show you that the cards do fit nicely back into the tray. I could see they might slide around a little bit and maybe the top couple cards will mix, but as far as a storage solution, seems pretty solid. Those should stay in place unless you're turning your box sideways. Let's see what we have inside here first. All right. Custom dice. A couple of stacks of miniatures. Some more custom dice. And those dice are etched. Those are not painted on, those are etched, so those are not going to wear off. And let's take a look. I'll grab a couple of these out, or at least attempt to. Ooh, that's in there really secure. Let's see if we can zoom in here. Try and get you a look at these things without I'm going to go through a lot of these minis, so if you want to fast forward to the end, I understand. But I got a couple messages from other videos I did that they wanted to see as many of the miniatures as possible. These look really nice. I like the detail on that shield too. Hopefully this comes through in the camera and that doesn't lose the detail that I'm able to see here. Another nice shield. I imagine these different colored ones are probably the players, and that would make sense, but it doesn't mean I'm correct. Let's grab another one of the players here. Got the big axe here. That shield's seen better days. He's seen some action with that thing. I like the dynamic look of it with the cape blowing off to the side. Gives you that feel of movement. Something's going on. He's just not standing there. Let's move to a couple of these with a huge bow. That doesn't look like something I'd like to get shot at me. Thing's massive. Again, if anybody is a player of the game, the video game, feel free to comment and clear up my ignorance as far as maybe some of these characters are more. Hopefully I'll be able to correct that. Make it a little straighter. Right now if he shoots that, it's probably gonna not hit the target he's intending it to. They're really nice minis. I'm not a painter. Not at all. I've attempted to do it before and results were comical at best. So if somebody out there watching this is a painter of miniatures, let me know if these are the kind of miniatures that you would want to paint, or if you just want to leave them the way they are. Wow, that is a pretty looking miniature. Lots of detail in these things. Ooh. These are not small. You can see the size of this one's almost as big as my hand as far as height goes. Wow. And I still have another box to go. Even the weapons are really detailed. I'm going to slide these back into place so they can go back in the box, and then we'll move on to the large box. Let's see what we have in here. I can already see from the side that there's massive miniatures in here. These are the big boys, or girls. There's a little plastic for those discs, it looks like, that would snap through there. Several wooden cubes. Let's get on to these. Wow. Looks like one of them came loose in shipment. But we'll take a look at each one of these. Huge miniatures. And again, please, if you can give some insight from the video game perspective, please do so in the comments. You can even tell me how horribly wrong I'm getting things. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. Lots and lots of detail. These are nice. Wow. These are probably some of the nicest miniatures that... I mean, do you even call it a miniature at this time? Well, I guess you do. It's not like it's life size, or whatever size the character should be. Ooh. There's a hammer you definitely want to avoid. Three more to look at. That sword's really neat. I like the way that looks. We'll save the big winged one for last. This one looks like it's crawling out of the ground. It's missing a head. These are awesome. It's gonna be fun bringing this thing to the table. Nice game. Nice looking game. I really hope it plays well, because it would be fun to push these big things around the game board. See if I can catch a focus there. There's a lot of detail to look at on this one too. Look at that shield. I can get some light on these wings. Yeah. There we have a look at all of the components from the game. There we have the unboxing of Dark Souls, the board game. Hopefully it was thorough enough for you. If not, if you have any questions or you'd like to see something a little bit closer, maybe want some pictures of some of the items a little more detailed, just send me an email. My email address is in the video description below, and I'd be happy to either shoot a little bit of extra video for you, take some pictures, answer any questions about the game. As far as the components go, not the gameplay, because I have not played the game yet and know very little about that. Also, you can let me know if this is something you would like to see a playthrough series done for. Let me know if that's something that would appeal to you. But otherwise, thank you for watching. If you could, please take a moment to click on these links and consider supporting the channel through Patreon. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, the link to my GoFundMe page is in the video description below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and please check out the other videos on the channel. Your support is appreciated, and I'll see you in my next video.